focus filters and a sponsor on the name. Ticker at the bottom keeps the panic in a cage, while the dead clock melts in the corner of the page. They got a band in the studio playing bright and clean. Brushes on the snare like nothing's wrong on the screen. Every line is polished, every cut is tight, but the seams in the story show up late at night. Turn the volume down low when the anchors laugh. You can hear the crack run through the tender punctured glass. Underneath the spotlight, something does not fit. You can hear the hiss in the jokes they script. Trip hop heartbeat under neon lights. Slow jazz leaking through a televised disguise. They talking numbers that never quite add up. Quarterly earnings poured into a golden cup. War in the margins of the B-block tease. Cut to a panel that is paid to appease. There is a trader in the dark with a private feed. There's a senator in makeup learning what to read. You were on your phone in a half-lit room while they schedule out the narrative from boom to doom. Turn the volume down low when the crowd applauds. You can hear the car behind the perfect cars. Underneath the spotlight, something does not fit. You can hear the hiss in the jokes they script. Trip hop heartbeat under neon lights. Slow jazz leaking through a televised disguise. On a ghost band frequency they tried to hide. Index red, Osiris cuts the signal wide. Looping every segment, tracing every spin. Mapping where the sponsors end and the stories begin. Snare, brush, bass line, city in the haze. Late night truth on a pirate airwave. Camera on a rooftop, whisper in the wires. Rain on the glass in a chorus of sirens. Underneath the spotlight, something does not fit. You can hear the hiss in the jokes they script. Trip hop heartbeat under neon lights, while we ride this jazz smoke out beyond their eyes. City rain on the lens of a midnight cam. Static on the line like a ghost in the bandwidth jam. They sell you comfort in a 30-second frame. Soft focus filters and a sponsor on the name. Ticker at the bottom keeps the panic in a cage, while the dead clock melts in the corner of the page. They got a band in the studio playing bright and clean. Brushes on the snare like nothing's wrong on the screen. Every line is polished, every cut is tight, but the seams in the story show up late at night. Turn the volume down low when the anchors laugh. You can hear the crack run through the teleprompter glass. Underneath the spotlight, something does not fit. You can hear the hiss in the jokes they script. Trip hop heartbeat under neon lights. Slow jazz leaking through a televised disguise. to a panel that is paid to appease. There is a trader in the dark with a private feed. There is a senator in makeup learning what to read. You are on your phone in a half-lit room while they schedule out the narrative from boom to doom. Turn the volume down low when the crowd applauds. You can hear the cough behind the perfect cause. Underneath the spotlight, something does not fit. You can hear the hiss in the jokes they script. Trip, hop, heartbeat under neon lights. Slow jazz leaking through a televised disguise. On a ghost band frequency they tried to hide. Index red Osiris cuts the signal wide. Looping every segment, tracing every spin, mapping where the sponsors end and the stories begin. Snare brush, bassline, city in the haze. Late night truth on a pirate airwave. Camera on a rooftop, whisper in the wires. Rain on the glass and a chorus of sirens. Underneath the spotlight, something does not fit. You can hear the hiss in the jokes they script. Trip, hop, heartbeat under neon lights while we ride this jazz. Smoke out beyond their eyes. Smoke out beyond their
Choir hum low, like thunder in the pew. Preacher on the live stream, selling cable news. Yes. Hands in the air, but the heart off key. Oh, yes. Singing God bless war while the poor can't breathe. Politicians in the front row, grinning for a shot, signed every bill that put change on the block. Pass those pills, pass those bombs overseas. Then came his Sunday talking liberty. We've been shouting amen over blood on the land. Yeah. Men in the back with a phone in their hand. If the house falls down when the storm clouds spread, God's gonna ask where were the men I led. Lord, we need fire in the bones again. Raise up fathers, not just fans of men. Tear down idols in a holy flood. Wash this country in the truth and blood. If the choir gon' sing, let them sing what's real. Not a brand, not a lie, not a sponsor's deal. Turn this stage from a show back to what you said. One small candle in the dark called index red. I see pastors in suits with a donor on the line. Trade your word cheap for a seat and a shine. Blessing politicians when they walk through the door. Never asked once what they voted for. Talking about values with a script in hand while they sell out kids for a hashtag plan. Every movement got a merch page, every cause got a fee, but nobody wants a cross or responsibility.
You said watchmen standing on the wall at night.
We got watchmen sleeping under neon lights.
Somebody's gotta break from the current and say,
we've been froze, Lord, lead us your way.
Lord, we need fire in the bones again. Raise up fathers, not just fans of men. Tear down idols in a holy flood. Wash this country in the truth and blood. If the choir gon' sing, let them sing what's real. Not a brand, not a lie, not a sponsor's deal. Turn the stage from a show back to what you said. One small candle in the dark, called index red.
There's a voice in the wilderness late at night.
Whoa.
Calling men home to pick up the fight.
Voice.
Not with pride, not with empty noise.
Whoa.
but with fear of God and a shepherd's poise. Name on the mic, but the glory yours. Osiris just pointing where the river pours. If the remnant's small, let the remnant stand. With a Bible, with courage, with a calloused hand.
Lord, we need fire in the bones again. Raise up fathers, not just fans of men. Tear down idols in a holy flood. Wash this country in the truth and blood. If the choir gon' sing, let them sing what's real. Not a brand, not a lie, not a sponsor's deal.
Break these chains from the crown to the shed.
Till all that's left
In the dark is what you said. Choir hum low like thunder in the pews.
Preacher on the live stream selling cable news.
Hands in the air, but the heart off key singing.
God bless war while the poor can't breathe.
Politicians in the front row grinning for a shot. Signed every bill that put chains on the block. Passed those pills, passed those bombs overseas. Then came his Sunday talking liberty. We've been shouting amen
Over blood on the land.
Men in the back
With a phone in their hand.
if the house falls down when the storm clouds spread.
God's gone, that's where were the men I led.
Lord, we need
Fire in the bones again.
raise up fathers,
Not just fans of men.
tear down idols in a holy flood.
Wash this country in the truth and blood.
If the choir gon' sing,
Let them sing what's real.
not a brand, not a lie.
Not a sponsor's deal.
Turn the stage from a show
Back to what you said.
one small candle in the dark.
Called index red.
I see pastors in suits with a donor on the line.
Trade your word cheap for a seed and a shine.
Blessing politicians when they walk through the door.
Never asked once what they voted for.
Talking about values with a script in hand. While they sell out kids for a hashtag plan. Every movement got a merge page, every cause got a fee. But nobody wants to cross our responsibility, you said.
Watchmen standing on the wall at night.
We got
Watchmen sleeping under neon lights.
Somebody's gotta break from the current and say, we've been frauds, Lord, lead us your way. Lord, we need
Fire in the bones again. Raise up fathers, not just fans of men.
tear down
Idols in a holy flood. Wash this country in the truth and blood.
if the choir gon' sing,
Let them sing what's real.
not a brand, not a lie.
Not a sponsor's deal.
Turn the stage from a show,
Go back to what you said.
one small candle in the dark.
Called index red.
There's a voice in the wilderness, it's late at night.
Calling men home to pick up the fight.
Not with pride, not with empty noise, but with fear of God and a shepherd's poise. Name on the mic, but the glory yours. Osiris just pointing where the river pours. If the remnant small, let the remnant stand. With a Bible, with courage, with a callous hand. Oh, Lord, we need
Fire in the bones again.
raise up
Fathers, not just fans of men.
tear down idols in a holy flood.
Wash this country in the truth and blood.
If the choir gon' sing,
Let them sing what's real.
not a brand, not a lie.
Not a sponsor's deal.
Break these chains from the ground to the shed till all that's left in the dark.
Dark is what you said. Lord, we need fire in the bones again.
I'm still here when the smoke all clears, when the crowd moves on and the lies reappear. You can sell your soul for a flag and a check, but I stand on the truth. This is index red. I'm still here when the mask comes off, when the cheers die down and the frauds walk off. You can bow to the throne, I won't bend my head. No more games now. just the signal instead.
I remember when we swore we were storming the gate, drain the swamp, every rally like a call to the great, screaming America first, thought we finally awake. Then I watched the same hands count the same old tape, real ID pass, they were clapping on the floor, smiled for the cameras while they opened the door, biometric scans, in the name of the free, new chains on the neck with the patriot key, Congress on their knees for a foreign line, votes pre-cleared somewhere else long before the sign, same donor, same lobby, same script they read, just a new red hat on the talking head, Trump on the stage with the teleprompter glow, talk tough on the mic, play safe in the show, turn the movement to a brand, turn the fight to a trend, call it MAGA forever, but it died in the end, so I left that tent, walked out of that crowd, took the mask from my face, said it quiet, not loud, now it's Osiris on the mic with a different pledge, if it's bought and paid for, it's a name I wedge.
I'm still here when the smoke all clears, when the crowd moves on and the lies reappear. You can sell your soul for a flag and a check, but I stand on the truth. This is index red. I'm still here when the mask comes off, when the cheers die down and the frauds walk off. You can bow to the throne. I won't bend my head. No more games now, just the signal instead.
Watch the MAGA mom rise, Bible verse in her hand, talk tough on the floor, said she died for the land. 5 years later, pension vested, time to leave, network stacked up, higher than the folks she deceived. Did the talk show tour, did the tough girl dance, but the votes lined up when the donors advanced. Every fight on the hill was a brand new clip, every tear on the couch was a sponsorship. Blue check profits on a Zionist leash, sell war in the morning, preach
Peace, peace, peace.
then log off at night to their gated home. While we argue in the ruins they quietly own. Conning suits with a cross on the lapel, say Christ is king while they market you hell. Every patriot pundit with a contract sign knows exactly where the red lines line. So I cut that cord, I don't play their play. If your truth stops short where the checks get paid, you're not lost, you're owned. You're a piece on the board and I answer to a higher law. This ain't a channel, it's a war that's loud. For the few who see the capture and still survive. If the right got sold and the left's long dead, then the last light's here under index red. I used to chant with them, now I document them. I used to think we were fighting the machine, now I know they just changed the logo on the machine. This isn't left, this isn't right, this is Osiris, counting the bodies under the talking points.
I'm still here when the smoke all clears, when the crowd moves on and the lies reappear. You can sell your soul for a flag and a check, but I stand on the truth. This is index where I'm still here when the mask comes off, when the cheers die down and the frauds walk off. You can bow to the throne, I won't bend my head. No more games now, just the signal instead. I'm still here when the smoke all clears, when the crowd moves. You say you're gonna turn the river, send it running back upstream. Day 1 million leaving like a movie in a meme.
What's good? What's good?
Every rally, every promise
I apologize. I didn't mean to let the music run that long.
You paint a border in the sky with every word you throw.
I'm not gonna get to. I was late for a very necessary but unfortunate reason. Could be related to the dietary choices of last night. That's where I'm going to stop it. I just felt like I owed it to anybody who was still here on the live stream waiting for it to start. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I had more calories and dessert than the actual meal, which is not what I intended. But grateful that we had a good meal with smoked turkey, fried turkey. Had some clam stuffing, regular stuffing. I'm not really big into a lot of the Thanksgiving food, to be honest with you. I like the turkey. My parents are Jamaican, and we always had rice. So I loved having the rice at the bottom. Y'all Americans don't do that. I'm like, um, I'm separating myself from Americans. Y'all Americans don't do that. But no, I remember growing up, going over people's house for Thanksgiving that were outside the family and being shocked that they didn't have rice. But we would always have brown rice, basically rice and peas, but it's rice and beans is what it really is, and then turkey and then the gravy. That to me, that combo is really solid. Without the rice, for me, it's very weird. But we had candied yams, sweet potatoes, all the classic stuff. And then my wife is really big on the desserts now, so I had to try every single one. Cranberry tart, all homemade. Cranberry tart, cheesecake. She did something. She did apple pie too. So of course I had to have a piece of all of them, some ice cream and all that. I had no roughage, so there's the show for today, everyone. Yeah, the joke's on you. The joke's on us. But just to go over my thoughts here, Donald Trump really kind of crashed out on X. He posted it on X actually this time, and very rare for him recently posting on X. But I'm going to just show what happened. So this is in the wake of the tragic, of course, situation. Again, I haven't even followed up on it. I think there's one person that's trying to get better from getting shot in D.C. National Guard. So prayers to their family, and I don't know if the other person passed away or not, but it's in the wake of that tragedy that Donald Trump is coming out strong. He's been doing this type of thing where something happens, tragic or not, let me ride the wave of the algorithm. It was the 2 West Virginia National Guard members that passed away, basically, is the background for well, not passed away, but Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and Sarah Beckstrom. Give me 1 second, I'll be back. I got to handle something else. Not Thanksgiving dinner.
Silence say what you want, 'cause if you won't reverse the power that built this, then I know that the river won't.
Let's see if I can get through this. We're dog sitting for a great dog. A neighbor is out of town. We're dog sitting for their dog. And I guess I didn't close the basement door. And the dog somehow, I'm like, how the hell do you get down here? He's gonna knock over the camera and everything, probably. Back to it. It was so Beckstrom was unfortunately unlived. Sarah Beckstrom, rest in peace. And Andrew Wolf is hospitalized in critical condition from the last update that I have. The alleged gunman, as you probably know, was a 29-year-old Afghan national who once worked with CIA-linked counterterrorism units and entered the United States in 2021. Those guard patrols were a part of security deployment, the National Guard, that Trump ordered. So the attack hit personnel operating under his direct direction. Very serious, very problematic. In response to that, Donald Trump says, very happy Thanksgiving, salutation, to all of our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at. Along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct and just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. The official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people census, most of which are on welfare from failed nations or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive. Trump is doing that, positioning himself as the voice. A migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will roughly get $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. The real migrant population is much higher. The refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II, failed schools, high crime, urban decay, overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. Before I continue, my thought is when Trump did the one-liner posts, that's what separated him from, I'm just going to use me as an example. I'm not going to reach anybody with my Twitter posts. They're kind of just, context isn't set. They're not really necessarily funny. You know, it's just a lot of words, basically. Nobody really, Twitter never started as that. That's not what Twitter started as. So Trump came on the scene back in the day and was a beast at Twitter before he even announced that he was running. What would he do? One sentence, at the most. I mean, 2 sentences sounds crazy. He was the boss. He was a beast at Twitter. I don't know what this is. I don't really know what this strategy is on Twitter. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both. While the worst congresswoman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, and who probably came into the U.S. illegally, and that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she's treated when her place of origin is a decadent, backward and crime-ridden nation, which essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. Even as we have progressed technologically, immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration. This is kind of the meat of it here. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover, terminate all of the millions of Biden illegal admissions, including those signed by Sleepy Joe's Biden's auto pen, and remove anyone who's not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving our country, end all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country, denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility, and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with Western civilization. Again, this part here is non-compatible with Western civilization means criticizing Jews. So there's nothing that because of course Trump would never say if somebody's criticizing Israel, criticizing Jews. You can criticize blacks, of course. You can criticize Somalians, whoever. You criticize Israelis or Jews, you are non-compatible with Western civilization. If you don't believe me, go ask your favorite MAGA influencer. These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction in illegal and disruptive populations, including those admitted through an unauthorized and illegal auto pen approval process. That whole auto pen thing is absolute gunk and nonsense. It is absolute smoke and mirrors. There is nothing stopping a president from having someone use an auto pen. There's nothing in the Constitution that says they can't do that. He was president. He didn't stop them. He wasn't removed by the 25th Amendment or impeached. So what are we even talking about? There's nothing to talk about. The Joe Biden, anything he signed with auto pen is still good, obviously. There is no undoing it now. That makes absolutely no sense. More you fell for it again award. I hope you're not falling for that. How does that make any sense? He was president. So if somebody signed something for him that he didn't want, he had plenty ample time to say so. If the country, basically through the representatives in Congress, thought the president wasn't fit to be able to say that, make that call either way, then there are safeguards. He could be impeached. He could be impeached now. After the fact, he could have been impeached or removed via the 25th. And then those orders could have been undone at that time. What are we talking about? Complete slop. He talked about auto pen multiple times here. He made the joke about the turkey. Oh, Biden signed the turkey with the auto pen. It's not legit. No, that's not funny. Why are you talking like this? You talk in empty memes. I'm not in the mood for that. Your memes aren't funny anymore. So then he goes on and says, only reverse migration can fully cure the situation. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving to all except those that hate, steal, murder, and destroy everything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. And his base basically eats this trash up. What is this? I'm tired of the act now. We've seen it through the first term and the second term. So now he's pushing for reverse migration. Bitch, you haven't done mass deportation. You haven't even done that. And obviously he reneged on that. He's not doing that. But I don't understand the strategy. I'm out on the deportation stuff. I'm out on the reverse migration stuff. Who is driving the bus? Who got us here? It wasn't Joe Biden. Let's start there. If the people who got us here are still in charge, still in positions of power, what will this do? What is the purpose of this? Then on top of that, you're getting pushback from the left or whatever. I don't know what to call them, so I'm just going to say the left about, against ICE and all this. ICE isn't even doing mass deportations. And this is in the realm, reverse migration is in the same realm. Just another thing he's promising for the base. You have people like Jack Posobiec retweeting it. These are the binding nothing burger people who are backing this. They got a binder full of nothing in regards to a pedo, the most famous pedo ever. And they're not even mad about it. Now they're still shilling for the president. They should be discredited. They should be silent as far as we shouldn't listen to them. They should have the right to speak, but it should go nowhere. They're the ones pushing this like it's based. What is happening? Nothing is happening. None of this makes any sense. What does this solve? It does not solve a root problem. I don't even think it's as effective as mowing a weed. If you have a weed growing in your grass and you mow it, it's just going to grow back because the roots are in the soil. I don't even think this is that strong because he's not even mowing the weeds. He's talking about mowing the weeds. In reverse migration or deportation. It's all phony. It's all for a headline. It's all to ride the algorithm. So after the attack, he said that they're going to re-examine the status of millions of people who are lawfully admitted in the past few years. Why? We haven't even effectively got the people who are here unlawfully. These people are here lawfully. Why are we doing that? Let's start with where we need to start. And I'm just saying hypothetically, if you're on that, that's where you would start. I'm not against Pablo right now, who's laying drywall for construction. I'm just not. Because Trump isn't going after the big corporations. What about the CEOs who are hiring all these people in many of these organizations? Trump is pushing Asians coming here to our universities. He's pushing H-1B visas. Why would I be against Pablo? Start with Trump. I want to start with you. Your policies don't make any sense. You're not consistent here. Over the years, he's been inconsistent. 2016, he ran on creating a dedicated, deportation force to expel roughly 11 million people. That didn't happen. It just boiled down to normal, worse than Barack Obama levels of ICE enforcement. 2019, he promised ICE would begin removing the millions of illegal aliens. Then we saw internal DHS statements saying that the mass operations were not imminent and no campaign of that scale was ever created or materialized. This is 2019. 2020, he was still talking tough. I know there were some legal stuff on the back end of it, but this is not all legal problems. And Trump did do some good things that I remain in Mexico. I've talked about that. Peter Navarro was very instrumental in that. But substantively, we're not seeing enough. Even if you assume that this is the right thing to do, as far as mass deportation, getting people out of here. So when you look at it from 2020, he was talking tough the whole term. Total removals under Trump were about 1/3 of Obama's first term interior deportations. Let me repeat that one more time. By late 2020, after a full term of Donald Trump talking the same type of nonsense, total removals under Trump were 1/3 of Obama. If you are into deportations, you would rather Obama get a third term than Donald Trump. Factually. Not with your emotions or anything else. Just being honest. Factually. Without question. You would rather, if you had to choose between a third term for Donald Trump or Obama, and your only concern was deportations, based on the history, obviously Obama would morph into whatever he is now, but I'm just saying, based on historic history, based only on that, you would objectively choose Obama over Donald Trump. Donald Trump is bigger on this blustering, this big marketing push with all these MAGA influencers, and he's very low on substance. I'm tired of this feminine, empty, vacuous. This movement has become a plastic surgery on an ugly person. This movement has become Kristi Noem. She actually was a normal-looking, average to slightly above average suburban mom-looking woman. Allegedly went under the scalpel or did whatever they do. She's basically doing her own version of looks maxing for Real Housewives. She looks like Blair White. She looks like an uglier version of Blair White. That's your MAGA movement right now. A movement that could have been something, and you never hold Trump accountable to anything. And now we're still talking this bull when he's never done anything. This is the second term. So now we need to talk about what's really, forget about deportation. Bro, I need you to explain to me what the hell's going on. That's what I need right now. He had a zero tolerance border policy, but Trump halted it after the national outrage. That was basically the AOC meme where she was fake crying. He expanded repeatedly H-2B seasonal worker programs beyond the normal statutory caps. He authorized extra tranches of 15,000 and 30,000 visas at big industry corporate requests, contradicting all of this. The Restrictionist Center for Immigration Studies criticized these H-2B expansions as unprecedented, noted that even Obama had not pushed for the program to such highs, and accused Trump of betraying his own higher America language. Trump's own companies filed nearly 200 applications to bring in foreign workers at Mar-a-Lago and other properties while he was president. Trump floated these balloons like ending birthright citizenship, mass denaturalization, never advanced past words. No substantive legislative push, no serious planning behind it, even when Republicans controlled Congress. In 2018, in the midterms, Trump made migrant caravans and military deployment to the border a central message. Republicans lost 40 House seats. So put it all together. It's a big message, no substance, and you're losing politically based off of it. I don't understand the strategy under any circumstance here. The same thing is repeating right now. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the feminist MAGA grandma representative, she resigns. Partly why? She had already got the bag. But the other part was they're going to get slaughtered politically in the midterms. And she's like, I don't want that stain on my dress. I'm hosting a cocktail party at my mini mansion. I don't want the stain on my dress of a midterm blowout like I'm Monica Lewinsky. Or I'm Trump on my knees for Bubba. I'm out. I don't want to be here when that happens. So you're getting bloated promises, nothing's happening, and you're getting destroyed politically for it. Other than that, it's a brilliant strategical play. Suburban women reacted negatively to the whole immigration and family separation. If you're going to do immigration, or like reverse immigration, basically, reverse migration, mass deportation, you can't just do that. You can't just talk about that. You've got to garner the support and do it in a respectful manner, because at this point, we all live next to people who are from Mexico or whatever else. So, and Trump said it in his own message. These are good. Most people are good-hearted, kind people. Even if they know this is wrong, illegal, people are going to be like, how are we going to do this in a humanitarian type fashion? So, of course, we know he's not really about doing it. But if you were going to do it, you've got to be able to, at least even with your own base, put together the messaging of how it's going to be done. His idea was to say, I'm going to go after criminals. He's not even doing that. And what is that? That's just standard status quo. That's not, what do you mean going after criminals? That should be done anyway. What is that? That's nothing special. So you're losing people based off of this. A lot of the base sees that it's just a complete farce. And they're basically tearing apart the whole movement, basically, based on this. Trump this year pledged to permanently pause all migration from third world countries, but he never defines what that means. He never gets into the details. India, let's talk about India. India is the largest single source of skilled immigrants and foreign students in the United States. Trump is out here doing Hindu ceremonies in the White House. We've got a 90-foot Hindu monkey demon god standing, towering over the United States in Texas, in the Lone Star State. Why don't we start by figuring out how to take the statue down? Let's do that first. Can you talk about that, Trump? Can you ask Governor Greg Abbott, is there not a statute or something to stop that? Then they're building one in plans that will be taller. Just basically the body of it will be taller than the Statue of Liberty in North Carolina. What's going on? How can you say you want to stop migration from third world countries and the third world countries are literally building hundreds of statues that are over 100 feet tall in our country? Just fundamental stuff. Any freeze on migration would and should hit Indian engineers, doctors, graduate students, all of them as hard as anybody else. Do you think that's what Trump means? Do you think that's what's going to happen? He's deep with India. It's like Jews, and then the Indians are like the brown Jews, basically. They're not obviously the Jews. They consider them goyim, but they're kind of being used in a way that, like, to say in a different way, but similar to how the Jews use blacks. But the Indians are a little bit more, they get a little bit more out of it, but it's the same type of relationship. The Indians basically, there's a whole history there I've been reading. It's a fascinating history between in India, and they were not always Zionists. So they're building up that type of relationship where the Indians and the Jews are basically they're lockstep together. So take a look at the policy and see what happens there. Yeah, of course we can talk about Somalians. Let's talk about Indians too. Trump headlined the 50,000 person Howdy Modi event in Houston, publicly praising Modi as doing an exceptional job and telling Indian Americans his administration was, quote, fighting for you each and every day. This nigga's fighting for everyone except you and I. He followed that up with a Namaste Trump visit to India. I'm all for good relations with other countries, but you see the problem with how this contrasts with his other views. Look at the deportation numbers, and I'm going to be out. Obama's peak year, 2012, recorded 409,000 removals. Trump's highest year, 2019, 267,000. Across 4 years, Trump did about 900,000 removals. Obama's 2 terms, 2.75. Obama's first term was 1.59 million. Trump never broke 300,000 removals in any year. This is before we decided to elect him again. It's just theater. The border wall was theater. The border seems to be very secure now. Just, again, table stakes. That's just basic. The immigrant share of the population been hovering the same with 2 terms of Trump. What have we got from that standpoint? What have we got from it? You fell for it again. That's what happened. Okay, well, I'm going to be out. I appreciate everybody. I'm just doing pop-up. I'm calling it Signal Hunt. So we'll see what I do with that branding, Signal Hunt. But I'm out, y'all. Peace. Oh, I mean, you know what? I forgot. I'm working. I'm hard at work. What am I talking about? I forgot. I gotta check an email or something. I'm like a congressman. Don't worry. I'm hard at work. I'm on the phone.
Yeah. So no description. Still standing style. Yeah. Yeah. A mid-tempo, soulful East Coast hip-hop track with live sounding drums, warm electric bass and jazzy rolls of piano chords. The groove is laid back but heavy with head nod, kick and snare, subtle vinyl crack.
Hey! All thirds on the rampage! Index red! No more max! Just the signal! She hit the screen with a 10-minute quit. Like a bargain bin holiday special skit. Couch cushion patriot with a camera smile. Trailer set fireworks all dollar store style. Used to act like she carried the fight, but she cashed out quick when the pension hit right. 5 years in and she grabbed her stack, ran home to the mansion and never looked back. Plumber! 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 Yeah! Burn the set, torch the act, index red cutting through the print. Osiris here, I'm breaking it. I used to cheer when he took that stand, thought maybe someone finally meant it in the land. Then the mask slipped off and the truth came clear. It was not courage, driving over the circus. She waved till the text got made. All for the people lines she'd throw. He collapsed when it came time to show. Oh, she served, not us. Who got burned? All of us. Who still here? Serious. Burn the set. Touch the act. Index red cut through the print. Osiris here. I'm breaking it. No more games and no more spin. DC ain't politics. It's billionaire TV. A pro wrestling script with families of play actors. Pretend they bleed while the people back home get left to feed. She played a role. She hit her cue. She got rich quick then. She paid her dues, but the warrior mom myth fell flat in the end when the spotlight faded and the lies couldn't bend. It is red. No more beef. No more saints. No more grip. All serious. Drop the hammer. Cut the static. And the rumor. All serious. Drop the hammer. Cut the static. Game over. Look, some people built for the fight. Some crumble when it hits the night. Some talk big till the pressure starts. Then they fold like stage props fall apart. She walked out slow when the storm got loud. Left the field wide claiming she fought for the crowd. But a fighter stays in even when pay ain't high. A fighter don't bolt with a practice cry. Burn the set, drop the mask. This is Index Red at last. Osiris speaks, I break the spin. Just the scene, don't cut it in. Burn the lie and the show. Index Red, let the truth explode.
Yo, index red lighting up the lies. We still digging. We still digging. Yeah. We still do it. Patterns popping, truth unloading. Yo, these swimsuits scheming kicked off with a leak slip. I yanked the FOA thread, watched the regime's mass rip. Levels to the loot, ain't a joke, it's a heist. Gatekeeper stacking cash for the war machine's price. Vultures in the press, Hollywood scripts don't feast. Slanging fairy tales as facts, call it peace in the east. Revenge, skip it, I drop D-class decks instead. Bills and briefs exposing how the treasuries bled. Snap from the spell they spun. Red pill in your grip, spot you the pawn and they play. Time to flip the script, content for the clowns. Grinning with hidden fangs, we was tight till I traced your lobby strings. What a bang, blind to the bull. But now my radar's laser sharp. Peep the neocon knots, entangling in the dark.
Still all red.
Yeah, it is all red.
Still all red.
Yeah, it is all red. Level high, we still
all red.
Level high, we still
It is all red.
Level high, we still
all red.
Level high, level high, we still good. Time rolls, patterns punch like a plot twist. KO, every A builds a boomerang, kickbacks and toes. Seeing is believing, but faith cracks the code. Ride the wave of the woke, an anchor in truth's abode. Props to the squad who roll when the facts got fierce. Threads turn thorny, but we pierce the regime's pierce. Probe the propaganda, got tagged fringe for the flex. Dropping document dimes on a democracy wreck. So starved for substance, hunting that real deal meal. Built the backbone of brass while they chased the wheel. Forgave the fork in the road, that split was a sign. You vid, I vectored in. Now my signal's divine. Peep the pivot play, had to unfold that plot. Ditching the detour, cleared the corruption clot. Real from the root. Now the big picture's in frame. I'm at the first army, calling out the blame game. Index red beaming, all truth in the booth. Hunting signals and scams, every grift, every sleuth. We map the machine, no sale on our site. Corporate chains can't contain this forensic fight. Puns on the plunder, Ukraine funds, on the fun. FTX flop, bankman fraud, more like bankman done. PA hair laws, discriminatory and legislation. Lunacy, borders breach, why that's open sesame policy.
Still all red.
It's all red.
Still all red.
Yeah, it is all red. Level high, we still
all
red. Level high, we still good. Level high, we still
all red.
Level high, we still good. Level high, we still good. Still good. Level high, we still good. Yo. Index.
You say you're gonna turn the river, send it running back upstream. Day 1 million leaving like a movie in a meme. Every rally, every promise, same old thunder in your voice. But the numbers never move the way you swore they had no choice. You paint a border in the sky with every word you throw. But the planes still land, the visas flow. You blame the strangers on the ground for everything we've lost, while you're hiring from the lobby and just writing off the cost. And I keep receipts like scars written under my skin. I see the gap between your slogan and the world we're living in. Don't tell me reverse migration like it's salvation, when it's just another line in your show. Don't tell me they'll all be gone when you never really this flag and still can't sleep at night. They watch you point at every face that looks like where they're from, while your donors beg for visas and you always give them some. You talk about third world like a curse you're gonna break, then you fly out to a stadium for another photo shake. Smile big for the cameras with the partners that you need. You don't freeze or feed your markets, you just weaponize the feed. And I keep receipts like scars written under my skin. I see the gap between your slogan and the world we're living in. Don't tell me reverse migration like it's salvation when it's just another line in your show. Don't tell me they'll all be gone when you never really meant to let them go. You built your name on a wall and a promise, but the tide never turned like you said. I'm tired of loving a life for its posture, while the truth sits alone in my head. Late night I can hear a broadcast humming in the dark. Little red glow in the corner of my heart. Index red on the dial, calling out the missing pieces, saying these aren't plans, they're poses till the circus finally ceases. Oh, Osiris in the echo, you can't fix this with a chant. If you won't touch who writes the checks, then you were never who you said you am. And somewhere in the static I signal unloud, reading off the fine print where your promises all die. You said trust me, but the trust ran dry when every hard line turned into another we tried. I don't hate you, I just see you now, and I can't go back to how. Don't tell me reverse migration like it's salvation when it's just another line in your show. Don't tell me they'll all be gone when you never really meant to let them go. You built your name on a wall and a promise, but the tide never turned like you said. I'm done being moved by the thunder when the storm's only in your head. So I'll turn the volume down on your kingdom. Let the silence say what you want, 'cause if you won't reverse the power that built this, then I know that the river You say you're gonna turn the river, send it running back upstream. Day 1 million's leaving like a movie in a meme. Every rally, every promise, same old thunder in your voice, but the numbers never moved the way you swore they had no choice. You paint a border in the sky with every word you throw, but the planes still land. The visas flow, you blame the strangers on the ground for everything we've lost, while you're hiring from the lobby and just writing off the cost. And I keep receipts like scars written under my skin. I see the gap between your slogan and the world we're living in. Don't tell me reverse migration like it's out, then it's just another line in your show. Don't tell me they'll all be gone when you never really meant to let them go. You built your name on a wall and a promise, but the tide never turned like you said. I'm tired of loving a life for its posture, while the truth sits alone in my head. I know some people who stood in line, did every paper right, built a life here, love this flag and still can't sleep at night. They watch you point at every face that looks like where they're from, while your donors beg for visas and you always give them some. You talk about third world like a curse you're gonna break, then you fly out to a stadium for another photo shake. Smile big for the cameras with the partners that you need. You don't freeze what feeds your markets, you just weaponize the feed. And I keep receipts like scars written under my skin. I see the gap between your slogan and the world we're living in. Don't tell me reverse migration like Asia when it's just another line in your show. Don't tell me they'll all be gone when you really meant to let them go. You built your name on a wall and a promise, but the tide never turned like you said. I'm tired of loving a lie for its posture, while the truth sits alone in my head. Late night, I can hear a broadcast humming in the dark. Little red glow in the corner of my heart. Index red on the dial, calling out the missing pieces, saying these aren't plans, they're poses till the circus finally ceases. Osiris in the echo, you can't fix this with a chant. If you won't touch who writes the checks, then you were never who you said you am. And somewhere in the static, I hear signal hunt live, reading off the fine print where your promises all die. You said trust me, but the trust ran dry when every hard line turned into another we tried. I don't hate you, I just see you now, and I can't go back to how. Don't tell me reverse migration, migration when it's just another line in your show. Don't tell me they'll all be gone when you never really meant to let them go. You built your name on a wall and a promise, but the tide never turned like you said. I'm done being moved by the thunder when the storm's only in your head. So I'll turn the volume down on your kingdom. Let the silence say what you want, 'cause if you won't reverse the power that built this, then I know that the river won't.
This song about real Mornings fans to go to see Open Mornings next time.
Rides out with some, I'll make it right. Every problem in my head got mapped to one red line. If we ship them all away, then maybe life will be just fine. But the same old names were smiling on the Sunday morning show, selling war and dead and fear while pointing down below. I was yelling at the shadows at the end of the parade, while the suits behind the curtain counted what they'd made. I was so sure we had the plan, till I saw who really had their hands on this land. Say it ain't so, this can't be all we got. Mass deportation on a sticker and a shot. We yelling at the people at the bottom of the fall, while the ones who built the cliffs still hiding behind walls. Say it ain't so, I wanted more than this, a silver bullet slogan and an empty hit list. If we never touch the hands that write the rules we dread, we're just chasing our own tails in circles, instead facing them instead. I know some folks who crossed the line and did it all by book. Learned the language, raised their kids, bought a house in our old nook. They don't want a country run by chaos and but greed. They're more America first than half the people in my feed. They look at all the circus and they shake their heads inside. Man, I didn't come this far to watch the whole thing die. They hate the open borders and the laws that never bite, but they know this bust off fantasy won't make the balance right. 'Cause the same three hands still sign each check, whether awesomeness are still signing checks. I don't wanna blame the faces I have never even met, while the ones that sold us out keep cashing every bet. Say it ain't so, this can't be all we got. Mass deportation on a sticker and a shot. We're yelling at the people at the bottom of the fall, while the ones who built the cliff still hiding behind walls. Say it ain't so, I'm done with easy scripts. I want more than empty threats and campaign quips. If we never touch the hands that write the rules we dread, then we're just running in a circle, not the ones we should have led. So I put down the sign and picked up a map instead, tracing every dirty line back to where it's fed. If we ever wanna change this, gotta aim a little higher than a bus and a slogan in a rented out choir.
On about a rolling.
You screaming about the border on the timeline every night. Thought a million bus rides out would somehow make it right. Every problem in my head got mapped to one red line. If we ship them all away, then maybe life will be just fine. But the same old names were smiling on the Sunday morning shows, selling war and dead and fear while pointing down below. I was yelling at the shadows at the end of the parade, while the suits behind the curtain counted what they'd made. And I was so sure we had the plan, till I saw we really had their hands on this land. Say it ain't so, this can't be all we got. Mass deportation on a sticker and a shot. We yelling at the people at the bottom of the fall, while the ones who built the cliff still hiding behind walls. Say it ain't so, I wanted more than this, a silver bullet slogan and an empty hit list. If we never touch the hands that write the rules we dread, we're just chasing our own tails in circles instead of facing them instead. I know some folks who crossed the line and did it all by book. Learned the language, raised their kids, bought a house in our old nook. They don't want a country run by chaos and by greed. They're more America first than half the people in my feed. They look at all this circus and they shake their heads and sigh. Man, I didn't come this far to watch the whole thing die. They hate the open borders and the laws that never bite, but they know this bus stop fantasy will make the balance right. 'Cause the same three hands still sign each check, whether you clear one wonk or the whole damn deck. Say it ain't so, this can't be all we got. Mass deportation on a sticker and a shot. We're yelling at the people at the bottom of the fall, while the ones who built the cliff still hiding behind walls. Say it ain't so, I wanted more than this, a silver bullet slogan and an empty hit list. If we never touch the hands that write the rules we dread, we're just running in a circle, not the ones up overhead. There's a late night station humming on a rusted radio, talking about the current, not just where the river flows. Index red is flickering like a lone
upstream or this whole thing's a lie. Cyrus on the wire like a voice in the rain. I know the boat is broken, but that's not the whole thing. You can't fix a house by just kicking out gas if the landlord and the arsonist are still signing checks. I don't wanna blame the faces I have never even met, while the ones that sold us out keep cashing every bet. Say it ain't so, this can't be all we got. Mass deportation on a sticker and a shot. We're yelling at the people at the bottom of the fall, while the ones who built the cliff still hiding behind walls. Say it ain't so, I'm done with easy scripts. I want more than empty threats and campaign quips. If we never touch the hands and write the rules we tread, we're just running in a circle, not the ones we should have led, not the ones we should have led. So I put down the sign and picked up a map instead, tracing every dirty line back to where it fed. If we ever wanna change this, gotta aim a little higher than a bus and a slogan and a rented out choir.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they turn the movement into talk show set. Ring light, lip gloss, brand new. Thread off fingers, no steel, all sass, no lead. Then they cry with young white and all fled. Yeah, scroll that feed, see the same fake flex. Con and Queens do a clip for the checks. If you ever ask where the fighters all went, they got sick of the slop and they bounced on the tent. Yeah, clicking, code open, couch in frame, 3 trap blinds, 1 dude. Same game like share, follow. This is wild, but nobody talk who's really on file. They saw patriarchy in a girl boss voice, but every last arc make men the choice. For blame, for shame, for step up king, while she cash brand deals, do the podcast thing. Every show frame for the female demo. Politics pitch like Sephora promo. Men in the chat like, where's our lane? All they see is a hormone campaign. They say we need men, then flinch your frame. Call calm strength scary, toxic, lame. How you call an army to fear the tread? How you want a spine but you hate the head? Yeah, they turn the movement in the talk show set. Ring light, lip gloss, brand new. Thread, all feelings, no steel, all sass, no lead. Then they cry with young white and all flat. Scroll that feed, see the same fake flex. Con and Queens do a clip for the checks. If you ever ask where the fighters all went, they got sick of the slop and they bounced on the tent. Panel, drama arc beat. She said, he said, rinse, repeat. Mass deportation, war real stakes. Get 2 minutes, then it's back to heartbreaks. Right wing Oprah with a Bible quote. Cry on cue for the thumbnail note. Trad wife brand in a sports bra cut. Patreon link in the caption gut. White dudes watch for a week, then bounce. You could keep this influencer ounce. They want maps, names, chain of command. Not girl talk clips for the Instagram. Quiet Christian guys who just want order. Get framed as the villain at the border. Why you so mad? Why the country melts? They get scolded by the same who dealt. Yeah, they turn the movement in the talk show set. Ring light, lip gloss, brand new. Thread, all feelings, no steel, all sass, no lead. Then they cry with young white man on flat. Yeah, scroll that feed, see the same fake flex. Con and Queens do a clip for the checks. If you ever ask where the fighters all went, they got sick of the slop and they bounced on the tent. Oh, Cyrus on the mic like, look my God, they took your rage, made a hallmark sky. Real hard lines got sanded down, so a brand safe queen could wear the crown. They market based, like a scented candle. Spit half truth takes you could safely handle. Never touch donors, never touch names. Just farm your clicks with the culture flames. Meanwhile, late night, different vibe, one rough stream, call signal, hunt live, no soft frame, no sponsor leash, just charts, receipts, uncomfortable speech. So when you see views on the girl boss crew, remember who they're really talking to. If your right man off is a threat to fix, don't cry when they bounce from your politics. That's why one small show when the quiet thread start humming low, under index red. Not hating women, just name the scheme where strong, independent sells the dream. Yeah, they turn the movement in the talk show set. Ring light, lip gloss, brand new. Thread all feelings, no steel, all sass, no lid. Then they cry with young, wet, and all flat. Yeah. Scroll that feed, see the same fake flex. Con and queens do a clip for the checks. If you ever ask where the fighters all went, they got sick of the slop and they bounced on the tent.
Yeah. Yeah, they turn the movement in the talk show set. Ring light, lip gloss, brand new. Thread all feelings, no steel, all sass, no lead. Then they cry with a young white man, all fled. Scroll that feed, see the same fake flex. Con and queens do a clip for the checks. If you ever ask where the fighters all went, they got sick of the slop and they bounced on the tent. Clicking, code open, couch in frame. 3 trad blondes, 1 dude. Same game like share, follow. This is wild, but nobody talk who's really on file. They so patriarchy in the girl boss voice, but every last arc make men the choice. For blame, for shame, for step up king. Watch your cash brand deals, do the podcast thing. Every show frame for the female demo. Politics pitch like Sephora promo. Men in the chat like, where's our lane? All they see is a hormone campaign. They say we need men, then flinch your frame. Call calm strength scary, toxic lame. How you call an army, then fear the trip? How you want a spine, but you hate the head? Yeah, they turn a movement in a talk show set. Ring light, lip gloss, brand new. Dread, all feelings, no steel, all sass, no lead. Then they cry where the young white men all flat. Scroll that feed, see the same fake flex. Con and queens do a clip for the checks. If you ever ask where the fighters are.